Hi, I'm really excited today. I'm going to be making or starting to make a big project, and I'm going to be making a zoo mat. It's kind of like a photo mat. I am going to be using this in one of my projects, and what I did is I did this totally on the Gypsy, and I welded all the pieces together, and I used the shadow for all of the images on the base mat. So I'm going to get started in putting my project together. Okay, I wanted to kind of like show you how I did this. And this right here is a 5-inch circle. I used that as my base, and then I went to layer 2 and I started building all of my, there we go. And I started building all of my animals on top of that circle. And eventually what I did was I welded each one of these images together, and now I'm going to be starting to build each one of those animals separately. The first zoo animal I'm going to be putting on my mat is the penguin, and I've made the penguin before in another video. This one happens to be 1.5 inches tall, and the black is the base, and the white is the shifted is the first layer, and then the beak and the feet are the second layer, and then the scarf is the third layer. Okay, so I just added layer 1 to my base. Okay, so I just added layer 2, which is the beak and the feet, and I added layer 3, which is the scarf. It's all ready to be put on my mat. I just added my first zoo animal to my zoo mat. Okay, so I'm going to be making the birthday snake for my zoo mat, and I'm not going to be using the hat, but I'm going to save the hat to use on another project. And the first thing you see is the main image, and the next image is the layer 1, and then the next image is layer 2. Layer 2 I had a little bit of a difficulty with. For some reason when I cut it, it was almost like snake skin for real, and it was very delicate, and the pieces where the squares join fell apart, but we're still going to make it work. And then the next layer is layer 3, and that's the hat and the tongue. I wanted to use the tongue, so I went ahead and cut the hat out anyway. Like I said, I'm going to use that in a later project. I just added layer 1 to my main image, and the pom-pom kind of disintegrated with the glue in my finger, so it's kind of a black and green pom-pom. Okay, I've got layer 2 on, and I forgot to say that I cut the snake out at 2 inches. Okay, I just added layer 3, which is the tongue, and the red to the hat. And like I said, I'm not going to be using the hat, so I've cut that off, and I'm just going to be using the snake on my zoo mat. Okay, so I just added my second zoo animal to my zoo mat. Okay, the next zoo animal I'm going to be making is a hippo, and this is the base image, and it is black. And the next one is layer 1, and it is in a royal blue. And the next image is layer 2, and it is in a lighter blue. And then the last layer is layer 3, and it's the nose and mouth, and it is in a really light blue. One thing I want to say about layer 2 is that you need to save the flower that gets popped out, because you need the center of that flower when you go to put it on. Oh, and I cut this out at 1.90 height on the Gypsy. I just added layer 1 to the base image. Okay, so I just added layer 2 to layer 1, and again, like I said, I saved the flower so that I could use the center of that flower, which you can't hardly probably see, but in the center of that flower on the hippo, it's probably about the size of a pinhead. So it's kind of hard to glue down and not lose. So I kept the whole flower to make sure I wouldn't lose that piece. Okay, so I just added layer 3, which is the mouth, to the hippo, and the hippo's finished and it's ready for my zoo mat. Okay, so I just added my hippo to my zoo mat, and I've got my first 3 images done.